Hey guys, what's up? Eddie here. Yesterday I was super excited about the name change of my channel, and I didn't even realize that I called it Level Up Eddie. It doesn't matter. There's not too many. I don't have like really any subscribers or any people watching this, but I said it was Level Up Eddie, not Next Level Eddie. So it's Next Level Eddie is my YouTube channel. Day 4, lunch break rant. Today I figure I'd talk about time scarcity, because that is a huge problem that I struggle with. Time scarcity is so big for me because I have a crazy work schedule. I've mentioned before in my videos before that I'm an electrician, so I'm in construction. And I have a crazy schedule that starts at 3:45 a.m. in the morning time when I wake up to being home at about 6 p.m. So I think that's like almost about 13 hours that I'm gone away from home, commuting and working and then commuting back home. I take 2 cars and a train to get to work every single day. I drive a car from my house to my train station, to the train station, and then I take a train an hour and a half to where it drops me off at another train station where I pick up another vehicle and then drive to my job. So that is a huge part of my day. And by the time I get home, because I go to bed at 9 o'clock because I wake up at 3:45, which gives me about 6.5 hours or so, 6 hours and 45 minutes. That only gives me about 3 hours of time every single day to be with my wife, to eat dinner, to hang out, whether I choose to focus on my business, whether I choose to focus on making YouTube videos, or whether I focus on, dicking around and watching Netflix or something, which happens a lot of the time. A lot of the time I watch Netflix. But so time scarcity is a huge thing for me, and it's always a big thing when people ask me to go out with them, or if my wife says, let's do this. Most of the time I always say yes, because I just think it's the better decision to make is to do those things rather than complain about time scarcity. Because in my head I have time scarcity, but it's a matter of my priorities and what I'm prioritizing, because I wouldn't have time scarcity for my business if I went home and I worked on my business. But I feel that there's no time when I get home, and so my relax time is what is more important to me sometimes, rather than working on the business. So I push working off on the business for the weekend, and or making YouTube videos, putting content out. I usually push that back to the weekend when I have more time during the day, when I have an abundance of time during the day, so I can do that. But honestly, I really don't have time scarcity, because I really have plenty of time. I have time on my lunch break right now. That's why I make videos, because it doesn't interfere with my time scarcity, bullshit mentality that I have. It's really a bullshit mentality, and it's really a fucking lie I tell myself. And I'm sure you do the same thing. But yeah, so I do videos on my lunch break. That helps out a lot. To get me to practice on YouTube and getting comfortable in front of a camera and talking with people. And I get to dump some knowledge out of my brain, and hopefully you guys benefit from it, and you guys can relate to my situation and maybe relate it to your life, and get a benefit from it. So, but honestly, it's a matter of priorities. Like, sometimes Netflix and watching TV and shit and relaxing on the couch with my wife is more of a priority, because it's something that's more comfortable for me. It honestly makes me happy, and it's in my comfort zone. But I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger that said, no, it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was Sylvester Stallone that said it. Your comfort zone is nice and cozy, but nothing, everything is dead and nothing grows there. So, you know, obviously it's pretty self-explanatory that your comfort zone is, you know, you're comfortable in your comfort zone, but there's completely no growth in your comfort zone. And I realize that every single day. It's harder for me. A lot of people can just flip that switch in their head and they can just, you know, make a decision and it's like, boom, they're on their task. And that other people, they're just the complete opposite. They won't ever do anything. I'm kind of in the middle to where I keep pushing myself, I keep helping myself, and I keep supporting myself. I'm my own cheerleader to constantly make just 1% better every single day in the right direction, and it'll eventually get to where I want to be. But with the whole time scarcity thing, every single person on planet Earth has 24 hours. They all have the same 24 hours. I don't care if you work, you know, whatever, 13 hours a day like me, and commuting and driving in trains and all this crazy shit that I put myself through. I still have 24 hours in a day, and I choose to use my free time the best of my ability to take my life to the next level. And so that's why I created this YouTube channel. That's why I'm talking about this. And that's why I started Amazon FBA. I started Amazon FBA 13 months ago, and that was so hard for me to take that little bit of free time I have and focus it into a business to bring in some passive income. And after 13 months, 13 short months, our business is fucking killing it. We just cleared over $16,500 in 30 days, and we are holding steady at over $16,000 profit per month for, I don't know, it was like the last 3 or 4 months. So that's huge. It's huge what you can accomplish in a little amount of time. And I could have put so much more time into my business, but I chose not to. I chose to give it 40% or 50% or something. So if you're watching this video, you're underestimating what you can do with a little bit of time that you have. 13 months is not a long time. I went to school to be an electrician for 5 fucking years to make the money that I'm making now. And now with the amount of money that I'm making now, I'm making twice as much money that I made with my job from going to school for fucking 5 years in 13 months with my business, making twice as much money. So you guys are underestimating the power of what you can do with the time that you have, and you're underestimating, just bottom line, your potential for what is in store for your life. So go all in. Stop complaining that you have no time, because you do have time. You do have time. It's a matter of priorities and you getting off your ass and stop binge watching Netflix and Netflix chill shit and all this stuff that's going on nowadays. Put down your phone, stop social media and Facebook and all that shit, and sit down with a pen and a pad and pen, and write down what is most important to you and what you want to get out of your life, and dedicate 1 hour a day. It seriously could take 1 hour a day to figure out, to put your life in the right track and to get you on that right track and get you going in the right direction. As soon as I figured out what I wanted to do when I was 30 years old, well, actually not what I wanted to do, but that I didn't want to have a job anymore, and that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and that I wanted to be a multi-millionaire, and I wanted to have badass fucking cars and the big house, and I wanted to be fulfilled with something that I really wanted in my life. It's not all about the money. Of course, it's a huge portion of it is about the money for me, because who doesn't want to be a millionaire? Who doesn't want to travel the world and have infinite amount of, because money buys you time. Who doesn't want to have that infinite amount of money, infinite amount of money, abundance of money to buy back your time? I mean, I don't, if people are saying that they don't need to be rich or whatever, they're honestly lying to themselves. That's what I feel. That's what I genuinely feel, that they're lying to themselves, because they just don't believe in themselves and they don't think that it could happen to them. But so it's a huge value of your time is such a huge value. I challenge you to dedicate 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day to watching videos on YouTube of whatever you're passionate about and trying to create a business around that. Or even if you don't want to create a business, what you're passionate about is starting a charity or like helping out or giving back to the community. That's awesome. Whatever makes you happy, but just dedicate 1 hour a day to do that and get out of this. Well, for me, it's getting out of the rat race. I wanted to get out of the rat race. I want to quit my job, and I'm dedicating that by May 28th, my birthday of this year, I will quit my job and be a full-time entrepreneur. So that's my little rant for today. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.